So the man, he went immediately home and he started to roll his pennies, and he rolled his pennies up, and he would always try to short them for like 2 or 3 pennies, and and the rabbit who could talk at this point, and the dog who stood there, the dog was staring at him almost in disbelief because he couldn't talk, so he didn't say nothing. But the rabbit said, "Why are you shorting them? Surely they will find out if you short them 1 or 2 pennies." And he said, "They don't, because I put a button in there, so it's almost as good." And the rabbit said, "Are you cheating them out of a penny? Or why you throw your good name under the bus? You destroy your own good name over a penny or a penny or 2." And the man said, "Because if I do it enough times, I can get an extra roll, it's extra 50 cents. And the rabbit said, "That would be good, except that this is not 1970. The rabbit said, "I'm not that smart. I'm only a stupid rabbit. But I know this much. It's not 1970. You're not buying a loaf of bread and a gallon of milk or, whatever for 50 cents. So 50 cents doesn't get you to your grandma's house. You can't get enough gas. You can't get a gallon and a half or 2 gallons of gas. It's not 10 cents. It's not 15 cents a gallon of gas anymore. It's not 50 cents. So I don't know what you're going to do with that. They're extra 50 cents, and they're going to catch you, and they're going to embarrass you, and you're going to look like a fool." And the rabbit finally said to the man, "Listen, I just came out to you, so to speak. I just came out. I can speak. But now let me tell you something. I'm not hanging out with a doofus who's going to try to cheat the bank out of a penny or 2 per roll of pennies." And the man finally showed the rabbit, and he looked into the closet, and he had a big giant roll. It was like stacks and stacks of rolls of pennies. And the rabbit was pretty impressed, but he couldn't understand why he was saving them. It almost looked like it would fall through the floorboards. It was such a heavy amount of pennies. It probably was $150, $200 worth of pennies. Stacked up like Lincoln logs or something in there, like pyramid-esque or stacks of like blocks or whatever of penny rolls, and there was quite a bit of good money in there. But the man, no one understood why he would try to cheat the bank, and he didn't even try to cash them all in. And the rabbit finally said, "Listen, I'm telling you, we're going to go over to the bank, and they're going to say you're a bunch of Yanktos over here or something, right? Come on, help me out here." And the rabbit was like, "The whole time I'm watching, I'm thinking, you do so much stupid shit. No one's going to want to hang out with you. Now even me. Now I finally come out to you, and I'm talking, and you're making me so miserable. I want to leave already over here. I want to go to a new place and find a new friend, the man, and his friend, the dog. And the only reason I don't, sometimes I think the only reason I don't is because I think the next dog will snap my neck, and no man would jump in and save me from a neck snapping." And so, my best bet is, now that I've become a talking rabbit, is I'll stick with you. But this is discouraging to watch you hoarding your pennies in the closet, and you're shortchanging the bank a penny or 2 every time in the hopes you get like an extra $1 per 100. And you're not even to 200 over here, so you stole like $1.50 or something over here. No one is knowing. No one is trying to figure it out. The rabbit, he said, "My friend, give me a break. Let's start. Let's write a list of pros and cons, and let's try to figure some stuff out, because I'm just a stupid rabbit. Me, I'm just a dumb rabbit. I can't, but even I know this is not working. Even I know maybe you're surviving. You're not excelling. And the man said, "But looky here, I can go ahead and get like $175 from my closet over here. And then, then we could go do whatever. We could wash all our laundry. We could get steak dinners over here. We could each buy a pogo stick." And the rabbit said, "Well, it's like the golf clubs, though. I need a rabbit pogo stick because I'm just a moderately intelligent rabbit. And I can't use a man's pogo stick. I need a pogo stick. Precisely engineered or tailored to my specifications." And the man said he would do this. The man said he would find this poor rabbit a pogo stick, or design it, or build it himself. But the rabbit knew this man, he couldn't do such a thing. They weren't making rabbit pogo sticks, and this man could not design a rabbit pogo stick. And the man said to himself, the rabbit, he said to himself, "I wish I had somebody who could make me something like a rabbit pogo stick, designed especially for my little balls and my little squat body, and my long my jacked up legs, with my thumper abilities, with my springing, with my my latissimos, or whatever you call them back there, my quadriceps, whatever they're called back there, my haunches. I could leap with my haunches over here, and that would be a good thing if I had to get away from a fox or something, and if I could exercise them. But if I could jump around on a rabbit pogo stick and even exercise my rabbit legs even better, I could jump away from foxes even better. This would be a good thing. So I wish somebody would make me design me a rabbit pogo stick so I could jump around and pogo stick. But the man, he said he would try to do it, but everybody knew he couldn't. He started to whittle on some balsa wood, and then he got a piece of soap, and he started to whittle on the soap with his pocket knife, and everyone said, this is not good. This is not going to be a rabbit pogo stick. There's no spring. You can't pogo without a spring. And the rabbit knew it was pretty bad, but the rabbit held out hope. He smiled. Everybody watched as the rabbit smiled admiringly as the man whittled away on his bar of lye soap, trying to make a rabbit pogo stick. But it didn't happen. As I recall, the rabbit never got the rabbit pogo stick. He never was able to hop around on the rabbit pogo stick, which was a shame because it was a good idea. Everyone thought the rabbit would do a pretty good job rabbit pogo sticking, but it never happened. And the poor thing, it never came true. The dream was never realized for that rabbit.